Hey YouTube, JTISREBORN here, and welcome to another edition of my JTISREBORN movie reviews on this channel. I'm not sure if I'm considering this an after the movie or just a straight up review. But anyways, today's the day. We got a new Godzilla movie, or as Netflix likes to classify it as Episode 1, Part 1, Planet of the Monsters. But really, it's kind of a movie, but it's going to be a trilogy. It's very bizarre, so let's talk about this one. So, this is the first full-length Godzilla anime movie. Not animated Godzilla content, because we had, the Hanna-Barbera show, and then we had the Godzilla the Series show, which was a spin-off from the TriStar movie. And, yeah, so what do I think of this one? Well, it's definitely a very unique take on Godzilla. So with this one, it's basically like humanity left Earth, 20 years ago. They're trying to find, some other place because Godzilla pretty much just wiped out everything. There was other monsters too, like you do get cameos from some other kaiju in the movie. There's kind of like a little scene there, and they just kind of show like a flash over time. Like you see like Kamacuras and that. You see I think you see Orga at one point, and you see some other unique kaiju. But yeah, so Godzilla, he's ridiculously OP'd in this movie. Basically, afterwards, after that whole situation with Godzilla wiping out Earth, pretty much humanity is left with no other choice. Like, okay, we got to leave this planet. We're just all gonna die. Godzilla has killed everything. There's nothing left. He is just destroyed and destroyed and destroyed, and we have no chance of survival. And then aliens show up to help us escape for reasons. So, anyways, the aliens show up. The humans agree to go with them. Lots of people die, and then they're out in space. Their resources are kind of just like depleting, and they're like, okay, let's go back to Earth, because we pretty much are like running out of options. So it's the aliens were like, yeah, we'll pretty much take care of Godzilla for you. And then that doesn't go well because Godzilla is just unstoppable in this movie. And so then they leave, and then they come back, and it's like, they think, okay, it's just going to be like a 1,000-year jump. No, it's 20,000 years in the future, and the world has evolved. We got these other kaijus. Our main lead is this captain named Haru Sakaki, so it sounds like he's saying sucks cocky. Every time I hear his name, I kind of snicker a bit. But anyways, this dude, I watched the English dub version. I haven't watched the Japanese, but this dude is pissed off. Like, pissed off every single frame of the movie, and I love it. I've never seen a more angry character in a Godzilla movie. Like, he's always ready to kill someone. I love it. Plus, the movie does take some, unique takes on some Godzilla characters. They definitely, for this one, they do tease Mechagodzilla. They also have Kamacuras in there, but like Kamacuras is kind of just like a one-shot cameo. We get these other weird-looking kaijus that look like these dragons of sorts, and then we have Godzilla. Should I get into full spoilers? So yeah, like Godzilla in this movie, his design is like a combination of this Godzilla 2014 right here, mixed with Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. So I kind of stick to calling him Grootzilla. His design, the CG, Godzilla in this one is like fully CG, because like I would have preferred if it was just a traditional anime. I'm not too big into this CG anime style, and Godzilla just looks, he looks kind of unfinished. I think it would work better if it was traditionally hand-drawn, like something like you would see on like Attack on Titan. Like the way like the big Titan looks on that, like Godzilla's design, like it just the CGI digital, well, it just doesn't look that appealing to me. I don't think, I think if you would have had someone draw this and fine tune a bit, it would have looked better. But because it's like that CG, it doesn't really like look all that appealing to me personally. So it's just like you're kind of losing me a bit. But other things, Godzilla also has some like unique abilities too in this movie. He has kind of like a shielding thing that he has going on here. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it's like, that's why he can't get damaged. He's got like EMP shit going on. And then his atomic breath. Okay, his atomic breath in this movie, it's kind of like, it's really fast. It's lightning fast. It's not like, usually when he like breathes his atomic breath, it's kind of like, it stalls for a bit while he fires it. But this one's kind of just like almost like a quick like laser shot. It's like lightning fast, and bada boom, bada bing, you're done. So that was cool and all. I guess I should get into full spoilers here, but so this one guy, The main lead, Sakaki, uh, basically he's pissed off. He wants to go and he wants to kill Godzilla. You know, his family died. They're going back to Earth. He becomes the captain, and they got all this future tech, which is cool. In that I like some of the future tech that they have throughout the movie, and basically how they're trying to live back on Earth again. They're trying to like get resources, figure out what's going on here, and there's all these different monsters scattered throughout the planet. Godzilla actually isn't in this movie all that much. Like, this is only like an hour and a half movie, but it doesn't really feel complete. You know what I mean? It's something unique. But anyways, full spoilers ahead. So they go up against Godzilla, who, like I said, looks like Groot combined with the Godzilla 2014 design. Which, the 2014 design I like. Maybe just slim him up a little bit would be perfect. But, still a pretty good design. Yeah, so they fight Godzilla. And then, I remember before this movie came out, hearing teases. I'm kind of glad I went to this movie really blind. I didn't really unlike when Shin Godzilla came out, where I was somewhat spoiled on a lot of it. This one I was not. Like, I just really had no idea where it was going. So, anyways, they got Godzilla, and then they have all these, they're on these little hovercraft type vehicles, and they're just shooting, their little purple lasers at him and stuff. And then the main guy is just so pissed off, he jabs something into him, and then Godzilla blows up. He's dead. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? Like, there's no way, because I remember hearing something about Godzilla being like the size of a mountain in this movie, but it turns out they killed a Godzilla, not the Godzilla, because Godzilla was growing in the earth for 20,000 years. And then the coolest fucking thing in this movie happens after they blow up, the Godzilla that they thought it was. We get the real Godzilla, and this thing was like, holy shit! Like, this is the best part about the movie. The movie definitely does drag a bit. The music is good too. I just want to point that out really quick, but it's not like they didn't have any Akira Ifukube score going on it, which is a disappointment to me. I'm like, it would have been perfect is when Godzilla shows up, you have the do 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 do, because this isn't like this is Legendary's thing where it was an American made movie. This is still within Toho Animation. Play the Godzilla theme. I don't know why that's so difficult for them to do. But anyway, so Godzilla, the big Godzilla shows up, and he is the size of a fucking mountain. Like, he is a definition of a god. You look at this thing, you're like, yeah, that is a god. That is that is a deity of sorts. He is so ridiculously overpowered. It's insane. There's one part where he fires his atomic breath that's like a sonic boom type thing that releases some shit in the atmosphere. He just eviscerates everything just within an instant, and it's unbelievable. Like, this is by far the biggest Godzilla. Like, you would have to stack up all the Godzillas at once to match up with this height. This is, well, I mean, since it's anime, I'm willing to accept it more. Like, this thing, thousands of feet tall. It's insane. Like, this Godzilla is just ridiculously overpowered. And I think the second design definitely looks a little better, but like I said, I'm not too big a fan of that CGI digital touch. It doesn't look quite as appealing to me. It looks like an unfinished effect, I want to say. But Godzilla, the true Godzilla that was growing for 20,000 years, it was just the best part about this movie is the holy shit factor to it all. With that ending, I thought that was holy shit, this is really cool. And then the one main dude, the captain, Sakaki, is just bastard! Every line of this guy is we're gonna kill him! And that's great. So, Sakaki, he just calls him a bastard, and then the movie kind of ends there, and then we get a post-credit scene where I think he's just recovering, and then some girl, I think she was a native to the planet, so it shows that there's been some humans who've been left over, kind of like an ancient tribe. Maybe they've evolved with the Earth and all that. So, I don't exactly know where it's going from here, but from what I read, I heard Mechagodzilla is going to be in the second part, playing a big factor into it. But, yeah, so that was the first Godzilla anime movie. Yeah, I think it's definitely really fun. It's not, I mean, how would I put this? I didn't like it as much as, say, Shin Godzilla or Godzilla 2014, because it doesn't really feel like a complete movie. Not to mention a lot of the characters. I remember Sakaki, Haru, the main dude, because, they say his name a bunch, and he's kind of there. And there's some other stuff going on there. There's the alien species who just kind of it. I can't remember their name because, like I said, I just watched it, but they're bringing up from space, third planet from the black hole, and I'm instantly thinking the simians from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla and Terror of Mechagodzilla. Like, it was weird. I was watching the movie and they're like bringing up the third planet. I'm like, from the black, and I literally mouthed out loud, from the black hole. And as soon as I said the words black hole, like they said it in the movie, it was kind of funny. I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, so Godzilla Planet of the Monsters. It is cool to see a Godzilla anime. I'm definitely intrigued to where they're going from here. I don't think it's as good as, say, Godzilla 2014, Shin Godzilla, Final Wars, Tokyo SOS. I think it's better than Godzilla vs. Megaguirus and Godzilla 2000, but it's not up to like those other levels. It's better than a few of the Heisei movies. Since it's not really a complete movie, we'll see how it pans out over the course of these next two films, or as Netflix calls them, parts of an episode, which is, it's weird because this was released as a movie in Japan, but now it's just classified as an episode. And it's also a Netflix original, so this is unique. So yeah, a desperate group of refugees attempts to recolonize Earth 20,000 years after Godzilla took over, but one young man wants revenge above all else. So yeah, so that was the movie. I definitely dug this movie. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, and it was cool to see a unique take on Godzilla. It's weird. This is what, movie like 32? Yeah, because like 31 was like Shin Godzilla, if you include the American one, all the American films, and then you had this one, and it's unlike any other Godzilla film you've ever seen. Think about that. You're 32 movies into this, 50, 60 plus year franchise, and you're still like doing some unique and creative stuff with it. I love it. I think it's great and all, and I'm really looking forward to when they release part 2. I think it's supposed to come out in July, from what I remember. And on Netflix, what's cool about this one too is they do have the dubbing in English and Japanese. I'm gonna watch it in Japanese at some point, but since it's animation, like the dubbing works better than like if you're live action. So there's that, and it's pretty cool. There isn't as much Godzilla as I would like, but since they've kind of done the setup of it with this movie, I look forward to seeing how he interacts throughout the rest of, this trilogy of films. But like the second movie's supposed to include Mechagodzilla, from what I've read, and like you do see kind of a bit of him, although his design, like I said, doesn't look as cool as any of the other Mechagodzillas. But I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to see what we have in the rest of this new Netflix anime Godzilla trilogy. It's going to fill the void of lack of Godzilla content until next year when we get Godzilla King of the Monsters and King Kong vs. Godzilla, or Godzilla vs. Kong. So it definitely fills that need for new Godzilla content, and I'm gonna watch it again. Like I said, I just literally just watched the movie, like right here on my TV. So you gotta let it sink in. And I do plan on doing a written review on this movie at some point, but I just wanted to get my initial thoughts out there. And if you're a Godzilla fan, what do you have to lose by checking it out? Some fans may be off-put by how this movie is, but I think overall, they did a pretty decent job with it. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Say goodbye, Godzilla. Go ahead and wave. You used to be able to roar, but the atomic breath broke out of this thing, unfortunately. But yeah. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out Godzilla. It's Planet of the Monsters on Netflix, although on Netflix they just call it Netflix Original Godzilla. And you may enjoy it, you may not, but it's worth a watch, I'd say. So, yep. Nothing else much to say, but be sure to comment below what you thought of the movie. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already for more content. I do plan on doing a written review on this, and I have more content coming out in the next coming weeks, but I just want to get this video out there. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Talk to you all later. Have a nice day. Godzilla's awesome. Peace.